Hi everyone, bienvenue sur ma chaîne, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a life update. This video is dedicated to my friend abroad, shut in the city. He suggested I do a life update. He's not the first person who asked though. I've had a few people ask me and just hadn't gotten around to it, but I thought, why not? Today was my last day of work for this week, and I thought, hey, not doing anything on Thursday night. Let's do a life update. So I've been working. I like my schedule actually because it's very sporadic. Sometimes I work once to twice a week, sometimes 3 to 4 times a week, whatever. My work hours are very flexible, which suits me very well because of my uni schedule. My results are coming out quite soon, so I'm quite nervous. It's been a really crazy last 2 years, just living with my parents. Absolutely love it. I got really comfortable during COVID, and I've learned to really appreciate my family a lot more than I already did. But I used to be very antsy. I used to get very anxious if I stayed at home too long. I'm such a free spirit, I'm such a gypsy that I need to move all the time. So often, like probably in the last 5 years, I've moved like 6 or 7 times, kind of crazy. Always back and forth. My base is my parents, so when I'm recalibrating my life, I'll come home for a few months and then I'll leave again when I'm ready. But COVID kind of forced me to just stabilize, and I've never stayed in one place. I've never stayed at home this long since I was like a teen. So being here like for 2 years now has been quite an experience. The lovely thing is I got to, just spend quality time with my family, with little Nova in Finley, with my sister. And these years are very precious and I will cherish them forever. But then, I have to continue adulting, and I'm on the verge of finishing my LLM LPC. I'm quite proud of myself, to be honest. I remember being in the position where I had only passed 2 or 3 exams and I had like bloody 10, 11 to go. And it just seems so daunting and it seems so intimidating to have so much over your head. And now I've passed 10 exams and I only have a few to go. So it feels really good to be on the other end of the spectrum. Work is going well. I'm learning so much as usual. I really do love my job at this law firm, being able to practice a whole different, like, a whole bunch of areas of law. Learning American law as I work and as I go along has been such a great opportunity, such a privilege, and I really like working for my boss, especially when you're doing something so stressful and soul destroying as law. But it's like I do love it, and obviously there's aspects about it that are very challenging. But it's the challenge that I really like. So yeah, that's that. It's very interesting just having to switch between the English system, like, and the American system. We do things differently in England, and we continue. So, yeah, it's a very weird position to be in. And I'm trying to grow Nova's YouTube channel. I'm really proud of myself when it comes to her YouTube because she had a very dead YouTube channel, like what, under 30 subscribers. And I had kind of given up. I found it very hard to grow her channel. I don't know why, like dog videos are so popular, but perhaps because I had started it a couple of years ago and didn't really feed in and like feed the algorithm. I didn't upload enough or whatever. Her videos were barely getting any views. So I just kind of like gave up. And then recently they changed the algorithm and they've been trying to push shorts. So I thought, okay, let's try a few shorts. And I've been able to grow her channel quite fast in the last like few weeks. She now has nearly 200 subscribers and her shorts easily break 1,000 to some she has almost 10,000 views, and literally I just started uploading for her. So that's really great. She has such a great personality, and I want the world to know her and her antics. My YouTube channel, yeah, still slowly, steadily growing. It's okay. I I find it too stressful if I throw myself into it full time, because I've got other stuff going on. And for those of you who don't realize, but upkeeping social media when you're active participant, it's different if you have a YouTube channel but you don't upload. That's not the same thing. But having your own channel, having to manage social media as someone who is a creator who posts regularly can be quite stressful, even for a small YouTube channel like me. So I pace myself and I don't let things get to me, like pressure me. I've been told all kinds of things. Like, I had changed my genre a whole bunch of times. I don't really have a genre. Those of you know, my YouTube channel is very random. I just upload whatever I feel like. And I'm happy that way, even though it's not good for my channel. And apparently it's a death sentence to change your genre and not stick to one thing. But honestly, I'm too free spirited to stick to one regiment like that. I have to do what I feel. So yeah, may not be the best for growth, but I don't care. I love all of you guys. I like my small little community, and people watch because of me, not because of like something absolutely specific, or they expect me to do something specific all the time. I can't handle that kind of pressure. But but I am thankful to all of you, and I do try to cater to everyone, regardless of whether you prefer my YouTube, like my handbag videos, or my language videos, or my law school videos, or Nova videos, or whatever. I thank you all anyway for all your support. It's raining now. I love it so much. I don't know if you can hear that. I love the sound of the rain. It's absolutely amazing. It's just wonderful to fall asleep to. Yeah. I'm looking at my calculator right now. I don't know if I showed you guys, but recently I got this huge fuck off vintage chunky calculator off Amazon. I think it was like $15. And I just love it so much. You guys know I hate maths. And this actually makes it kind of fun when I have to do some lawyer adding and, and lawyer accounting and shit like that. So chunky buttons, all the rage, totally ASMR. Nova's doing well. She recently had cracked a tooth. We thought it was a cavity, but no, she had cracked a tooth. Anyway, it was nearly falling out. My mum helped extract it. She's in dental anyway. She had to like study the anatomy of the dog just to make sure that it was going to be okay, even though it was nearly coming out anyway. But she was fine. And I signed her up with a new holistic vet, and he's amazing. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that because it was my first experience with a holistic vet, and I cannot believe, I just wish we had discovered one sooner. But I'm really happy that she's with one now, and look out for that video in case you're interested. Just so amazing. Another popular question a lot of people have been asking me is, where am I going to be living in the next year or so? I don't bloody know, but my goal is England. Like all my legal education, like been in England most of my adult life, and I do miss it. Um, but I would be lying if I didn't say that I've kind of changed my perspective since I've been living here for a while. I've never been in America this long. I've been here since 2017. My little wind, what are they called? Wind guards, dead cats, whatever. I have my reservations about moving back. I think because I've gotten so used to the American life. Like, I have such a wonderful stepfather, and he's taught me how to drive. He's given me the best gift of independence and liberation, and I'm so thankful to have him in our lives. And now that I can drive, I feel so safe having a car. And now that I think back, like all the times I used to take the tube at night, kind of scary, in London. And I guess the thought of going back to that life, I think was different when I was a student. I had all my friends around me and we used to just all be together a lot. But moving back now as someone who's going to be just working and living in London, it it is kind of daunting. But I have such a great base of friends over there, like everywhere. I have wonderful friends all over the world. But I guess I've just gotten so used to being with my family in the safety net of my parents and being feeling so safe at home because fortunately we live in such a safe neighborhood, beautiful neighborhood, and I've got my independence here. I've got my little girl Nova, Fin, and my sister. I guess I've just gotten really kind of attached to my family for the first time since COVID. I am so independent. Everyone who knows me knows me. I'm just such a free spirit. And I guess moving back, it's just strange. I always used to just hate being at home for too long, and I used to just have to leave all the time. But I do have to get out there and venture out and see where life takes me. um, See where my job takes me. Still, like, I need to grow and see, what I embark on. If I find my dream job, my soulmate, my future love, my husband, whatever. Who knows? I don't know. But I want happiness and I'll find it. It's just kind of crazy. This last 2 years has just been really, really insane. Um People ask all the time what's going on with my love life. As much as I am on social media, like I have a YouTube channel. I can't be that private, right? I'm actually really private about my love life and my personal relations. And you guys will know that if you go through my YouTube videos. I don't really talk about my personal life too often. But I will say that I did fall in love with someone amazing in the last year. And we're still very amicable. He's so lovely. He's such a good person, and I'll always care about him. Yeah, and we remain close. How can you not remain close? But nothing bad ever happened between us. We never even had a bloody argument. We had such a healthy, fulfilling, really lovely relationship. And I'm thankful that I met him regardless, because he's raised the standard for me. So I know in my next partner, he better be as good as him. So yeah, I'm not, out of respect for him, I can't go into too much detail. But let's just say if it was up to us, we would be together. It's not just about two people being together, right? It's religious differences, and out of respect, I can't just protest and be like, oh, screw what your family thinks. Like, I was raised with very similar cultural values, and you have to respect that. And if the family doesn't accept it, the family doesn't accept it. And yeah, I just wish him happiness, and for both of us to be happy. But love is a funny thing. It's very hard generally to find somebody that you click with. 8 billion people in the world, and yet love is still so bloody rare, right? And some people are like, well, what the fuck is love, right? It's chemical reaction, but literally everything is a chemical reaction. Everything is fucking chemistry, right? Whatever happens to your brain is chemistry. When they do these tests about children and dogs and the serotonin and dopamine going up with parents' approval and this and that, those are feelings of love. It's a chemical reaction happening, but it's still a legit feeling. So yeah, and you can't help who you love. It just fucking happens. You can meet the most perfect person on paper. They come from the right family, they have the correct religion, they were brought up in the right culture, but it doesn't mean you're going to click, and it doesn't mean you're going to have a harmonious relationship. I had that before. I've had a few exes who fit the bill almost perfectly, and my family absolutely loved them. But then there was a disconnect between us, or we grew apart. So you just never know. Humans are complicated, aren't they? They're just everything. We complicate everything, don't we? But most of all, we have these complex emotions and raw animalistic chemistry, compatibility. If we were all just about logic and checking boxes, we would be able to be with anyone as long as they fit this criteria. But it doesn't work out like that, right? It really doesn't. It's just so often just this unspoken compatibility. It's the way someone is, the way they carry themselves. It just all has to. Attraction is just such a funny thing, right? I've had male friends tell me that, they've gone out with objectively, physically beautiful women, but there was no attraction. The sexual attraction wasn't there once they got to know the girl. Do you know what I mean? Or they would find a girl who wasn't so physically attractive by objective standards, but she was incredibly sexy with the way she carried herself and her personality. So there's things like that, and it's just bloody finding the right combination of things that just click into your brain, and you have absolutely zero control over who does it for you. It's just crazy. Just it's quite amazing, isn't it? For me, it's like so hard for me to find someone I'm attracted to. Everyone thinks, oh my God, it's so easy. So many guys want to date you. I'm like, no, 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 no. Just because a lot of guys want to be with you doesn't mean you want to be with them. It doesn't mean you have an attraction to them. And I have a I think I can't tell you what I'm attracted to. It's just something that I can only feel when I meet somebody. Anyway, it's late, and that is my update. So when I graduate, I should graduate by the spring, summertime. I'm going to be heading to England to see all my friends, attend my graduation. That is going to be absolutely bloody amazing. I didn't attend my LLB. I didn't ever attend any of my graduations, so this will be the first one I go to. So this is going to be such a big deal for me. And while I'm there, I'm going to be meeting with a whole bunch of friends who may have job opportunities for me, and we'll take it from there. But the future is so unknown. If I happen to find something over here, I might stay here, but that's not my goal. I'm trying to get back to England and establish a life over there. And even when I do move to England, I don't know how long I'll be there. It could be for 6 months, it could be for a year, it could be forever. Who knows? Honestly, I'm going to just go with the flow. Life is far too unpredictable to make all these crazy decisions when you have no idea what is going to happen in the future. And you can have all your future planned out, but it doesn't mean it's going to pan out that way. You just need to live day to day and take things day by day and do your best to make sure that you're enjoying your life and it's as fulfilling as possible, because in the end, nothing else matters but your happiness. And when you finish your life, it's really all about the people who you loved, the experiences and the feelings you had for the people in your life, right? That's really what matters. I try and be smart about my decisions. I think the most important thing is living by your own standard. Don't live by other people's standards. Don't live other people's dreams or realities, because in the end of the day, you are the only person who has to walk in your shoes. And yeah, anyway, that's it for now. So yeah, working at law firm, finishing my LLM LPC. And after I finish, I will have to find a training contract or something to get qualified in England. But at least I will be done with the academia. Thank God. Once I have finished my LLM LPC, I am eligible to sit for the California bar and perhaps the New York bar. If I get barred in America, I will be able to work as an attorney. So my ultimate end goal is to be dual qualified. Even if I get a job here, I want a job that sends me all over the world, so I'm traveling all the time. So we will see. My life is completely unknown at this point, but I'm a gypsy and I will go wherever I find success, love, and happiness. So, bye bye. See you in my next video. Mwah. Take care.